Hello, everyone. We are back with another session of Headshots and Tea Time, where we are diving deep into your worst date. Great thanks to those who gave us their feedback. We wouldn't be able to make any of this happen without you. Without further ado, let's get into our first response, who had a run in with a guy who can't keep his mouth closed.
So I would say my worst date was this guy took me out and we went to the movies. Right after we went to IHOP and he was chewing with his mouth open, talking the entire time. Food was like spewing everywhere. It was super gross. Wasn't really comfortable with it. Still had a good conversation though. And then on the way back to my place, he tried to grab my face to kiss me. I said no, and he still tried to grab my face, and it was just very uncomfortable. Didn't really like it. Then he got super mad at me that I didn't want to date him because he asked me out the next day when we only had one date. And yeah, that was my worst day ever.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of gross, honestly. It's kind of gross.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, first off, who grabs like a girl's face, like kind of, and just to kiss her like that? I mean, I get it if y'all are like cool like that, but like this is a first date, and
Wait, what do you mean if you're cool like that? Wait a
I don't
minute, bro.
know.
What?
I don't know. I'm just saying, like, I don't know. Some couples are just like that, you know. Let me grab your
Yeah, but
smoocher
they're
real
not
quick,
even.
honey. Like,
Yeah, but
seriously.
they're not even a couple yet. It's
Yeah,
like
they're not.
they're just
So,
they're just starting out.
but no, I don't think it's valid to treat
Oh my
anybody
god.
like that, especially for a first date to the movies. IHOP, girl. Mm-mm.
Nah, that's crazy.
So,
Sorry.
so honestly, I think this is kind of crazy. Not gonna lie, like I would definitely say if somebody treated me like that, I'd be like, dude. And to everybody who shared their responses for their worst date, thank you so much. It means a lot to us. So let's get into it. With her worst date, honestly, the disrespect. I mean, how would you feel, Q, if a girl just like grabbed your face while she has like a mouthful of food
Honestly,
at the
that shit
movies?
is honestly.
Ugh.
First off, at the movies is kind of crazy to me,
At the
in my
movies.
opinion.
Yeah.
Like, bruh, ain't no way still taking girls to the movies after that list got released of like all the places where girls hate to go to, bruh.
I've
Man, I was
never.
reviewing and comparing that list like crazy when that first came out.
Oh my gosh. I've never hated a movie
So,
date. I mean, they're okay,
I
you
mean, for
know.
a first date though, or like a first date, nah, but like a second date, third date, maybe,
Yeah, I can get that.
But yeah, I'll only really go on like movie dates if it's like someone like I've been like going out with like a while, and like we started to, like trust each other and like have that bond,
You know.
yeah,
You know.
So honestly, and then the grabbing the face part, man, like that's how I know you don't have be talking to girls or nothing, bro. If you're like straight up going for her face and smacking loudly and shit like that, man, where's your manners, dog? Like, has manners like gone out out the fucking window for you, man? Like that shit's crazy. But nah, it's a very very weird situation. Not even gonna lie.
It is pretty weird.
Honestly, just the whole concept of just chewing loudly with your food is just gross.
It is really gross. Definitely
But it's
kind of weird.
For this,
I mean, basically, what y'all said, I feel like anyone with any sense of like any common sense would think that's just a no. That's what you're doing on the first date. Imagine the second. Oh no.
I know. And the fact that he gets
yeah,
mad
nah.
at her for not wanting a kiss and then
Mhm.
just proceeds to kind of get a little agitated at the whole situation. I mean, like, bro, look at yourself. You are ruining your opportunity. And honestly,
Man,
the
I don't even know
she
if the
was real
opportunity was
she's
even
really
there.
pretty. She's really pretty, and to be treated like that, I felt really bad. I was like, damn. Oh my gosh, this bartender is so nice, and damn, does she make a really nice mocktail. Her drinks are A plus. Honestly,
Oh yeah, no, they're great.
they're so good. So great.
Bro, that's what I'm saying. Whenever you come down here again, bro, we gotta go.
I know. Dude, the last time we hung out was like Halloween, literally. And we didn't even get to hang out. I was so busy. Nope. But yeah, going out there was a lot of fun. Honestly, the best trip I've ever been on.
I'm glad you had some fun.
Yeah, I definitely needed to hang out with some friends.
I definitely can get that.
Mm-hmm. Like, and all the love who goes to everybody who's had these terrible experiences because, like, it's rough out there trying to find love, and it's a hit or miss. It really is.
Dang, sound like you're speaking from experience, Belle.
We're not gonna talk about that.
Just imagine someone trying to
man.
lean in with for a kiss with a mouthful of Taco Bell.
Oh, that's disgusting.
Look,
Oh,
okay,
that's
we're not gonna talk
disgusting.
about Taco Bell. Damn, dude, seriously, Taco Bell's my shit.
Yeah, Taco Bell. I can't say.
Oh my gosh. Q, remember, the only notifications I got from my phone is my mom, my job, and Taco Bell.
yeah, I
Dude.
saw.
See, I told you there was no cap. There was no cap.
Yeah, you were not capping.
Seriously. Literally my context like mom, my job, mom, my job, my grandma, mom, my dad. One day out of this whole month.
Mhm.
And then just like Taco Bell notifications.
So real.
I love like the little the Taco Bell sound whenever you place your order, but it just makes me feel so fat when I do.
Big back, big back, big back, big back.
Let's all be fat. What's wrong with being fat?
Nothing.
Nothing.
Nah.
Oh my gosh. I know my eating habits are like terrible, but I have like a very expensive palate and I feel so bad.
I mean, not whenever you came up here. Not really.
I mean, honestly, my preferences are like I'll eat it, but do I prefer to eat it? Not really. But I literally ate pizza and wings and whatever we got, and then ramen. The ramen was killer though. Oh my gosh, ramen was so good.
You're welcome for putting you on.
Exactly. Like, I'm the kind of person who will drive 4 hours to get ramen. Like, I'm the kind of person to go to Disney World for a day. Kind of, I honestly like that kind of stuff.
So real for that.
It's really cool.
Nah, that's me with Universal. I'm really Disney World. I don't know. I feel like Disney World's
If I
starting to be a little
go,
bit
it's going to
overhyped.
be for Epcot, and it is to eat at Epcot. I love going and just tasting all the food, especially in spring. I love going there in spring. That's where they have like all of like the honey desserts and stuff, and it's interesting. That's what I did whenever I went there during spring a couple years ago. All I did was run around Epcot trying like different foods and stuff, and oh my gosh, everything was like honey based or floral, or it was very unique and authentic. But I mean, we're not gonna get into food
That
now.
sounds fun, honestly.
Yeah, it is tons of fun. I love it so much, and I really want to go again. I was hoping to go next year, but we'll see how that goes.
Real.
Okay, before we get sidetracked anymore, we are heading on to our next response, which is definitely pretty weird. Say the penguins, guys.
My worst date ever was probably in college. I met him at the same organization that I was a part of, and he asked me to the Fort Worth Zoo. And I said, love that. Love a good zoo date. Love animals. We walked around, and he got drunk at the zoo and almost got us arrested because he tried to break into the exhibit to quote unquote free the penguins. So there was that, and I was banned from the Fort Worth Zoo for about a year afterwards. So I'd have to say that is my worst first date I've ever been on.
And this one, honestly, honestly, this one's kind of crazy. Not gonna lie. Like, I've never really experienced too much of like people like over drinking in like dates and stuff. And I've never experienced like a terrible date either. Like I take each date with, you know, grace and experience, and I appreciate everything that I've gone through so far. So I wouldn't say I've ever been on a terrible date or a horrible date. Like I just a genuine date, I feel like I could count with like, you know, just on my 10 fingers. Like a genuine date, like getting dressed up, going somewhere, you know, nice or whatever, or just having it all planned out and just being a special moment. I think not even 5 times I've been on a date like that before. I don't even remember something like a date that has been like memorable. I think like only 1 or 2. But other than that, honestly, I haven't really experienced anything bad. But this one got me scratching my head. Like, damn, definitely, oof,
It's definitely a
dang,
story.
dang, dude. Like, was he hot at least? I hope so.
Well, to the girl's eyes, I guess the dude was hot. I don't know. We sadly do not have a picture of this random guy that wanted to, free the penguins.
Free the penguins, free the turtles.
I don't know. He kind of sounds like a keeper to me.
I mean, we could say he does have like a amazing sense of humor of getting drunk, especially at a zoo. And
Like,
who
who-
trying to break into the exhibit. That's crazy.
Honestly,
He's still the
ultimate embarrassment right there. And the fact that you like as a third person, he'd be like watching these 2 people just like, you know, trying to free the penguins. I feel terrible, honestly, for her. Just, like I said, nobody should ever have to go through these experiences. But I mean, sometimes it happens, you know. And honestly, this date it's got me kind of like what the heck.
Yeah, I definitely get where you're coming from.
Q,
with that
I
one.
swear. Oh my gosh.
What?
If you ever get drunk and then just try and like, you know, let me free the penguins real quick. I don't know this guy,
Okay,
dude. I don't know this guy.
I'm gonna have
You're
to be at
tripping.
least
You're tripping.
like, I'm gonna have to be like hammered to do that. And plus, you know how I act drunk. I'm completely normal. I'm not that crazy. What?
Are we not gonna talk about every time we did a right turn?
Shut up. And plus, I'm pretty sure you told me that, dang, how do you drive way better when you're drunk instead of when you're sober?
Oh damn. You're
So
right.
my
You're
driving
right.
was perfect.
Moofy, I swear. If you ever get drunk and like, you know, you're AWOL, I'm sorry, bro. We don't know you. We don't know you.
Well, it's a good thing I don't drink.
Yeah, he don't drink.
I don't
not
really
yet, not
drink
yet.
either. Guys, if I ever go AWOL, just let me do my own thing.
What do you mean let you do your own thing?
I don't
Nuh-uh.
know. Disassociate. I don't know you. You don't know
no,
me.
No, because this is exactly what's gonna happen. You're gonna like get beer drunk somehow, and
Beer
then
drunk?
like
What
you're
does
gonna
that even mean?
okay. Look, you get drunk on beer. That's what I'm basically saying.
But
But anyways,
even drink beer.
That's not the point. That's not the point. Back to what I was saying. I feel like you'd be the type to start going on adventures on your own.
I get
And then, like, an
sleepy.
hour later, we're gonna, like, try to find you. You get sleepy?
Yeah, I get sleepy.
Get EP.
I get EP.
I get that, too. Honestly. I get that. I could get behind that.
No, you'd find me asleep on the bar.
Dang. Whole party going on in the background. Yo ass asleep.
Exactly. You got the Eeper over here. Honestly, one of my friends actively sends me memes all the time, and it's just like, how are you doing? I'm EP. And then they just send me the Eeper meme, and I'm like, yeah, exactly. Azim, Yes, bro, I'm calling you out. Awesome. Uh, he last time, I think it was during New Year's, he got so drunk that he just went on an adventure around the neighborhood, and then everybody was looking for him. And of course, like, my neighbors had like gasoline to a fire, and the whole neighborhood was just up in smoke. And we were just looking for him and looking for him in the fog. And then like hours later, out of nowhere, he just kind of walks right in from like, so imagine like a whole neighborhood just covered in smoke, and all of a sudden you just see him emerge magically from the fog. And he's just like,
Yep.
"Hey, what's up, guys?" And then everybody's just freaking out, like, "Where have you been?" And he was like, "I was just walked over there," and then I chilled out for a bit.
You're just gonna go take a little walk.
He walked, and then he was gone for like an hour. It was great. It was funny. I remember that New Year's. It was great. But yeah, no, this date,
Free the penguins.
free the
Bro,
penguins.
what?
Preach. I honestly don't think you should ever really get that drunk in public, and with the anticipation of going on a date like that, no. No,
Especially
sir.
at a zoo?
No, sir. At a zoo, it's hot. Like, why do you want to be drunk at a zoo like that? I mean, maybe it's spring, maybe it's winter. But to go on a date with somebody and then to just like be like that, no.
I don't know. I don't think I could ever do that at like a zoo. That's crazy, man.
Mm-mm.
You know, in some heat like that, man. Nah.
I honestly agree. Free the penguins. He did nothing wrong.
Bro, what?
He did
He's
nothing
a
wrong.
man. That's a man. Mhm.
I like how Jade's like, I see this as an absolute win, you know?
Yeah. He just loves animals. Like, I love an animal lover.
And in his non-conscious self, he wants to free the penguins. That is something
That's what
he's
I'm
actively
saying.
like
He's a good
passionate about.
guy.
No.
Yeah, some people are like evil when they're drunk. He's not. He just wants to free the penguins. Let him be.
I mean, she do have a point though.
Mhm. He's just misunderstood. I could fix him.
You know,
I could fix it.
I feel like you say that about a lot of characters. Like, I feel like you'd say that about like Light Yagami or something like that.
I haven't seen Death Note. So
Oh, what?
I could
How you
never
don't get
get
my
to that.
reference? Oh man, I'm sad
Well, I
now.
knew who
Oh,
that
but
was.
she knew the character,
Yeah.
the name,
You did-
and the last name.
Are you
But
Uh-huh.
Or like
she
I
knew
feel
the
like
name
you'd
and the
say-
last name, but not
Mhm.
not the show.
I feel
Okay.
I feel like you also do that with like Eren Yeager too. You'd be like, yeah, he did nothing wrong. Yeah, he's just misunderstood.
I couldn't get into Attack on Titan either.
What? Oh my god.
Did you not listen to the last recording where she said she couldn't get into Attack on Titan?
Look, I did listen.
For
Okay,
real.
I listened. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Bro's lying.
I'm not lying. I would never know lie.
Hoes lying.
I'm not.
Mhm.
You mad, bro?
Why lie?
You mad?
Bruh. Yeah, I'm furious.
Mm.
Can't you tell?
No, I couldn't.
Oh man, but nah, that whole situation is crazy, honestly.
And now we're going to be moving on to our next response. And this one's really got me going. Like, seriously, y'all need to go back to school. In this next clip from our lovely viewer, we are at an art museum and it just gets chaotic from there.
Okay. So me and this person went to the Guggenheim, 'cause I'm from New York, and we spent about an hour in the Jackson Pollocks, which was his favorite. And I was like, okay, cool, love that for you. We got to the photography exhibit because I'm a big photography person, and he said he was scared of the images and didn't understand that photography was real art, and then tried to explain artistic arrows to me as if I didn't have a whole bachelor's degree in photography, and then was like drunk at 10 in the morning. Yeah, yeah.
Okay, again with the drinking, guys. A date. I mean, I wouldn't really know for sure if this is like, you know, a first date, but it is the worst date. So, again, if I ever go AWOL, just let me do my thing.
No, I'm not gonna let you do your own thing. You're not Miles Morales.
All right, whenever y'all are ready for the audio clip, has everyone listened to it?
I've listened to it.
Yeah.
Okay. So how are you gonna mansplain art and the concept of it, you know, and just
Mansplaining it is crazy.
That's what she said. That's what she told me. She told me he mansplained art and the concept of art the entire time they were on the date. And then proceeded to act like she didn't know what she was talking about. The disrespect. Like the disrespect.
Okay. Well, that one is he just sounds pretentious. Like he just
honestly, yeah. I felt like it was really his place to. Well, I don't know. Did she ever mention to him that she had a bachelor's or whatever?
I think so. Yeah.
Because I don't know if I got that information. Did he even know?
Yeah, because like if he didn't know, then can't really blame him.
I think he did. Yeah. I think she did explain at some point that she had a bachelor's degree in art. Yeah. Honestly, sometimes I feel like that whenever I'm talking to somebody. Like I've had to help people with credit before, and I've had people like look at me as if like I don't know what I'm talking about, and they're a lot older than me, and I'm like, look, I have a degree. I have a degree in this, guys. Please.
You don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, I totally don't know what I'm fucking talking about. Yeah. I've had those experiences before, and I'm just like, and honestly, it's degrading. And on a date, guys, on a date.
Yeah, if he already knew, then like he just sounds there's a lot of guys like that where they don't really like, I don't know, they don't really accept that a woman is like she knows what she's talking about. I know what you mean. Or like they already have knowledge, like they think they're the smartest person in the world, and they just want to explain everything to someone just because they want to feel that way.
It might be just like an ego thing, honestly.
Yeah, I definitely know a couple of those. Dude, like, get out of your ass and just enjoy the moments that are around you, because
She's talking about...
You try to say something without saying it.
Movie?
Yes.
Movie.
What?
Not him instigating.
Movie.
He messy. Also, why was he drunk at 10 a.m.?
Why was he drunk at 10 a.m.?
I need to know why.
Honestly,
Red
like, did...
At a museum.
No, like, he got
Okay, I get the museum part.
He got drunk afterwards. So I'm assuming the date kind of went okay somewhat after like the whole issue at the art museum, and then like the next day he got drunk, or maybe like the next day they caught up with each other and he was just like drunk out of his mind.
Oh yeah.
I've seen
that
people
makes
go
more sense.
crazy with alcohol, and it's honestly no. It's a no for me. Remember,
And
guys, if I
Cartoon
ever get
Network.
drunk, let me go AWOL. Just
What?
let it
What?
happen. I'm probably gonna be crashed out asleep somewhere. Don't worry.
I mean, yeah. Dang, deafening silence, guys. Good job. Holy,
Mhm,
holy
mhm.
God.
We're,
Holy
we're
God.
getting off track from this date.
I think I said my piece about y'all.
I already said my piece. It's like, yeah, he went drunk in the museum. Understandable.
Understandable.
Understandable. Dude,
That's crazy.
that is crazy. We know who's
I-
gonna
I
get
get
drunk at an art museum now.
We know who did it.
We
was
know
the
who
date.
did it. Yeah. Movie. Don't ever go to New York. She's gonna fight you.
I've been to New York like 3 times.
Ah, guys,
Okay.
guys,
He ate. City
guys,
boy.
guys.
City boy! City boy!
I've never gone to New York before, and I've always wanted to.
Me too. I want to go.
Let's go.
I want
Let's
to
go.
go as well.
There's a
Let's
lot
go,
of
girl.
walking.
I'm fine with that.
I love traveling to new places. I think it's really cool.
You should. I want
Mhm.
to travel so bad.
Yeah.
It's a good though. I was actually looking at stuff about it today. Like it's good to travel, like just in general.
Mm-hmm.
Experience
I like
new
getting
things.
out of the house. My mom is just trying to get me out of the house. She's like, you can't go back to being a hermit. You cannot. You know, I've not might not have had a lot of worse dates, or but I mean, I've had people to like, you know, I mean, I've breakups are okay. I was with somebody for a really long time, and then they just decided to cheat on me because I worked so much and I was just at home to myself and I wouldn't want to go out anywhere. And then I mean, it was valid at some point, like yeah, you're getting tired of me just, doing my own thing and you want to go do your own thing. And then it was just kind of like a casual, like we were there just for just convenience and just to, support each other. But that was as much as it had gone to. And it was like that for years. And then at one point I was just like, you know what? There are better fish in the sea. And, I gotta live my life. So yeah. I've always been a free spirit when it comes to these things and dating and everything. And I just haven't found the right one for me. And I don't know how that's gonna go so far. So still,
Sign me up.
I'm
Well,
still
if they're in the sea, they're probably drowning.
Movie.
Wait, huh?
Movie, I
What?
Oh,
swear.
the fish.
Movie.
I told you he's the main one stirring the pot. It ain't me.
He's an instigator.
I
Oh,
know.
God, he be
Damn.
Bruh, do not give this man the
It's a
mic at
minute.
your wedding, bruh. This man will cook you for everything you're worth. That man will say everything under the sun. Like every private conversation, every down bad moment. Yeah, you're cooked, buddy.
Oh,
Dude, that pot of chili is cooking, bro.
Nah, it's more than cooking. He seasoned
burning.
it. He seasoned it.
What
Freaking
seasoning,
prepped
bro?
it a day before. Bro, what do you mean what seasoning, bro? You tasted it. He put that slap your mama seasoning, bro. He put
Slap
everything
your
you needed up in that freaking
I
chili,
have that
bro.
seasoning. Stop.
See?
Slap your mom. I can't.
Or what is it? What is that hot sauce? It's like I put that shit on everything.
Which one is that?
Oh, Red Hot.
Mm-hmm. Of course you know
I love that
movie.
shit.
Of
I love
course
that
you
shit.
do.
I never heard of that. But I
Okay,
want it.
let's listen to
You
this
never heard
last
of red hot
audio.
sauce?
Mm-mm.
What, do you live like under a rock or something?
What? How? I've never heard of
Bruh.
that sauce.
Have you never heard of red hot sauce? What?
Damn, that rock must be really, really big.
Bigger than Patrick's, obviously.
What are you talking about?
Bro, we talking about you not knowing about the sauce.
I don't know. I'm not that big of a sauce person, so.
Bruh, see, this is why I can't be coming over your house, bro. I'd be like, where's this specific sauce? You be like, I don't have it. I'm like, oh, yeah, nah.
Well, then put me on. Put me on.
Bro, I got you, bruh. See, first thing you need to do is go to that special holy chicken spot and steal all the Polynesian sauce you can get, and then you'll be good. Trust.
Okay. But.
and then right after that, steal all of the special holy chicken sauce, okay? And then
Okay.
figure out how to make your own cane sauce,
I
right?
love cane
Right?
sauce.
And then you get that sweet baby Ray's barbecue sauce.
What? Sweet baby.
Bro, you tell me you never heard of sweet baby Ray's barbecue sauce? The
Y'all
best
act
thing
like...
that ever touched this earth.
No, I've never heard of that.
Honestly, it
Bella, have you
saves
heard of that?
every dry chicken. It
Oh
saves.
God, it saves every dry like plate you can ever like be put in front of you.
Honestly,
Putting that on my list.
Like it can help even your family's seafood boil if your family's like that. You know, I know they ain't gonna put no seasoning on it, so you know you gotta get you some sauce to put on that chicken
That's crazy.
and that crawfish.
The cr-
the crawfish.
the crawfish is crazy.
I've never been to a bad seafood food boil before,
I've never been
but
to a seafood bowl
Bro,
before.
nah, I've been to one where they were pouring, you know, when like at the end when they're pouring like all the like meat and sausage and stuff like that into like a bigger like I guess bag or whatever.
No.
queuing crickets.
Okay, yeah, your silence is crazy. I was talking to you, Belle, since you've been to a freaking seafood boil before.
Not many.
Okay, so basically, whenever they were getting the food prep for everyone to eat it,
Apparently, I'm not cultured enough.
right? Yeah, I don't know. I'm gonna need your dad to hop on it. But anyways.
Hop on what?
Bro, hop on cooking,
Seafood
getting the
boil.
seafood boil going. You know, next time I come over there. But anyways, back to the subject at hand.
We don't
right?
cook that often, but honestly, his cooking is top tier.
I don't know.
Okay, so when you tasted his cooking whenever you came in down, you know, what did you think?
Yeah. Okay, I ain't gonna lie. I'm tripping. It was actually pretty good.
Exactly, bitch, get the fuck out of here.
Oh my god. Oh.
She don't play. She don't play.
Dang.
I don't
Yeah,
play.
she don't play about her dad's cooking.
Mm-mm. Hell no. Bro, you better be eating with a golden napkin the next time I see you over here.
Golden
Uh, golden. Why specifically a golden napkin though? What the?
You gotta, you know, plate it nicely.
No, I don't know.
Anticipate.
I don't know. What are you yapping about, bro?
I'm yapping. Okay, I don't know.
All right, but before we get sidetracked, let's get to the next recording.
Okay.
And this is going to be our last response for this afternoon. Thank you so much again for everybody's responses. And for this last one, guys, if you ain't got no money for your honey, don't even ask. And set a plan, you know? Set yourself up for success. Plan out your dates next time, because oh, jeez.
Oh my God, I love to say it. So, I am a philanthropist. Let's start there. So, tell me why this guy, he asked me out. I already had issues with him because I'm like, you give Dusty energy, but that's fine, you know. You want to take me to a Brazilian steakhouse. So, I was like, yeah, bestie, for sure. Let's go to Fogo de Chao. And he was like, I'm going to take you to Fogo de Chao. He offered to take me to Fogo de Chao. That's very important because nigga did not have Fogo de Chao money. So not only did he not have Fogo de Chao money, but then he proceeded to drive me home in a stick shift he did not know how to drive with a front windshield that was cracked while he lit a blunt because he was so stressed that he made me pay for the dinner that he invited me to. That day, I bench pressed my new personal best. Yes, she did. Yes, she did. She did run a mile in the lowest time. Yes, she did. Yes, she did. Because if I wasn't going to down a bottle of tequila in that moment, I just decided I'd go to the gym instead. Because if a broke man like your body, bitch, do some fucking Pilates.
That one was probably the one that I'd personally be the most mad at out of all of these.
Oh, okay.
That was awful.
Yeah, no.
A genuine
Right off the
nightmare.
bat, Shade is just that is awful. Like hands
That is
down,
actual
the
awful.
worst Is this like the worst submission, like the worst like date? Honestly,
Yes, like even to the breaking into a penguin's habitat. Like I'd rather to see deal with that than that one.
okay. But what made like what specifically in the date you say made it the worst for you specifically?
I just hate like why would you invite somebody out just to not pay for it? Or at least like you said, like go half on it or
Exactly.
something.
And then
I
one of
hate
the most expensive restaurants, you know? It could have been
Yeah.
like
Not
any
even like
other
Olive Garden.
place. Olive Garden, exactly. It could have been Olive Garden or somewhere else, you know?
Mhm.
Like if you're gonna invite somebody out on a date and, you know, not have the money for it, I'm just like, dude, like, okay. Like I've been on dates where I'm just like, I will, you know, offer to pay because I don't really care that much about, you know, who pays. As long as we're having fun and as long as we're enjoying each other's company, I really don't care about the money. I really don't. But like if you're gonna invite your girl out and then just say, hey, yeah, like I am gonna pay for it and then not pay for it, that's kind of messed up.
Yeah, that is very very messed up. Bad communication. Bad communication.
There is, yeah.
There was zero
Zero
communication.
communication.
I think that's what ticks me off the most. I hate people who can't communicate.
Real on God. Preach,
Mhm.
preach, Jay,
That's like one of the
preach.
biggest ticks for me. Like,
Thank you.
Mhm.
Honestly,
Just
I'm guilty of bad communication. I mean, like I'll feel a lot of things and like want to say something and then I get really nervous. And I'm like, I don't want to fuck up. I don't want to mess it up. I really don't.
I think everyone's guilty of that. Like, I am too. But like, if it's like an ongoing, like, I don't know about this guy, but if it's an ongoing thing, like someone does it over and over and over, like, I just can't.
Mm. Yeah, but
I don't have
with the
patience.
date though, it was kind of like, how did it get to that point? You know, like homeboy really drove a car he didn't know how to drive, so that means, like, what does that mean? Like, dude, he
Yeah,
was
that's
trying
just
to
weird.
pull a baddie that he couldn't handle. I'm sorry.
Okay, wait. All right. Look, he wanted to drive a car that he didn't know how to drive. You know, that man wanted to show out. That man wanted to try to show out. And let's just say for this date, it clearly did not work.
Yeah, no, I don't know why he did that. Like,
And for honestly, the paying on the date thing, honestly, okay. In my personal opinion, on who should pay for the date, right? It should for the first date it either should be half C's or the primary like person who asked, you know, hey, let's go out on this day, dude, at this time, you know,
Which
basically
is,
whoever initiated the date, which is normally the man, you know.
yeah, which is completely valid. Like anybody could do it. It could be either side, and honestly, I don't really think it really matters that much. Like it should definitely be the one who initiates it
Look,
essentially. And I think for the initiating party to be like, "Oh yeah, I don't have the money," you know, like yikes.
that is a bad look
Mm.
because there's no reason you should be going out and actually dating and stuff when you don't have your financial situations. And it is Jesus Christ statistically known that relationships mainly do not be working out because of financial struggles.
I feel like with this
So
guy, like he didn't even know what that was. Like, I think he just like, yeah, let's go, and he thought it was like something like
Yeah, I have a
not what it
feeling
was.
that that was
what?
probably the case, that he
Just
didn't know
just
what the restaurant was.
Hmm.
oh
But
okay.
he
What?
offered to take her on a fancy date though, to a nice
I mean,
restaurant.
yeah, that is W for ideas, I guess, but still, he wasn't the one to pay for this very expensive like date to this whatever location they went to.
Mhm. I've been to Fogo de Chao. I've been to Chamagacha. I've been to Avenida Brazil and all those other places. And honestly, they're kind of, the food itself can sometimes be hit or miss. It just depends. I honestly, sometimes it's good. I mean, I've been where it's good and I've been where it's like kind of like eh. You know, I
Which one's your
just
favorite?
I honestly don't have a favorite. I mean, I go to Avenida Brazil a lot more because my family knows they're friends with the owners. So we go there more often and have like events there and stuff. But other places, I mean, it's like I said, it's a hit or miss. What is your favorite, Jade?
I never actually been to a Brazilian steakhouse.
Girl, we need to go. I'll take you.
Let's
Let's go on a
let's
date.
go.
Mm-hmm.
Yes,
Oh,
we
she taking
gotta.
you out and showing you
plan.
out. Oh,
Girl, wear your best dress. Let me get your nails done too.
I
oh,
can't.
wait a minute. Wait a minute.
Remember, I can't.
Oh yeah. You can't.
We're not allowed.
Let me see
Yeah.
them toesies real quick.
Oh no, that's crazy. That's crazy.
Not for free.
Ah,
What?
wait.
What?
wait. I'm taking you on a date though.
Oh, it's true.
And also, it is an all expenses paid date, so you know.
That's true.
Mhm.
That's true. That covers the toes. I'm dead.
Me too. I'm done.
I'm dead. So
Okay,
silly.
okay. Q. Q, what's your worst date you've ever been on?
Okay, the worst date I've ever been on was this one chick I met in college, right? We went on a date. I don't know if you know the place, 54th Street. I don't know if you do or don't, but we
Mm-mm.
went there for a first date. It was chill. It was this nice girl, right? She was cute, you know. For context, we're gonna call her Lucy, right? Okay. So the thing about Lucy is, like, she was cool. Don't get me wrong. Like, she was a really cool person, very nice and stuff like that. But in the middle of the dinner date, you know, it got like talking about sexual shit, you know, which is cool, Sexual shit is, you know, not bad, you know, but to talk about on a first date, it's a little, you know, iffy on the iffy side. But you know, it's okay. She clearly, and I mean literally, clearly expressed to me how much she loved sucking. And honestly, I ain't even gonna lie, it kind of creeped me the fuck out. I'm not even gonna lie. And she was like loud as fuck about it too. And it kind of, I don't know, it mostly like embarrassed me the whole date. And then I was just like, oh, okay. And she like went into detail about how she likes doing it in a certain way and stuff like that. I'm like, okay, you know, but we kept talking for a little while too. And, you know, it was cool. But later I figured out like she basically only wanted to do all that stuff. And like after me paying for the date and stuff like that, and she wanted to try to fuck, and I honestly didn't want to do that. So that's my worst dating experience for now.
Dang.
Dang.
That does suck.
Yeah, I know,
it really
right?
does suck. Ah.
Ah,
Moofy, have you ever been on a terrible worst date?
Not really, no. Usually all my dates are pretty good.
Okay. Show off.
Crazy.
Sorry, I don't
Do y'all
have
have
dating
any
problems.
bad dates
I
to
don't.
think of? Belle?
Uh,
You know, the host of this whole entire thing, you know, you got any bad dates to go down?
like I said before, I've never really experienced a bad date, and I take every date I've been on as like, you know, with grace and appreciation and experience. And
Okay. You say all that right. You say all that right,
yeah.
but you still didn't answer the question. What is your worst?
What is-
what is your worst date? There
Uh,
has to be one. There has to be at least one.
man, let me think. Okay, there's that one. That one.
It sounds like you're like scrolling through like a list of the dates and like, oh, that one, oh, that one.
That one.
Mhm.
It does sound like you're scrolling.
Yeah, it sounds like you're scrolling through these dates.
I'm scrolling through the memory bank. I've never been on like a terrible date. Honestly, I mean, like I said, I haven't been on genuine dates before. Like, I've been on like on Hangouts and stuff. I mean, okay. I'm gonna refer to this person as Salmon, and he's gonna know what I'm talking about if he ever listens to it. May Salmon, you know who you fucking are. Anyway,
Oh my,
so
oh my God! So there's some history to this salmon guy.
okay, all right. So he's my friend. This is not a date. It is not a date. No. But we were hanging out, and then I went into Marshalls, and if you know me, okay, going into Marshalls is like I don't know, it's my kryptonite. Okay, I always walk out with tons of different ceramics and like little jars and stuff, and then this time I got some new plates and stuff, and the entire time he's just looking at me like, why are you getting more plates? Why are you getting more plates? Don't you have plates? Why are you getting more plates? You always complain about different things and stuff and finances, but why are you getting more plates? And I'm like, look, okay, buying ceramics makes me happy, and right now I'm depressed, so leave me alone. And it just, the whole entire like time I was hanging out with him, he was just complaining about me buying more plates and like ceramics and stuff and like cups. And I'm like, look, okay, it makes me happy. And I think I got it with my birthday money, or I don't remember. It was some kind of like gift card money I had gotten. I think it was either like Christmas or my birthday. And I was like, look, okay, I'm gonna spend my money how I want it, okay? Stop complaining about me, my finances, and my plate addiction. But yeah, that day made me really mad. I was just like, I've never like felt so irritated so fast in my in my experience of going out and just hanging out with somebody. Oh, okay. I got an experience too. Okay. So
Okay.
I went. Okay, so one of my old friends who who I had kind of cut connections with because, okay, so we were best friends, right? I'm gonna call him Button. Okay, so we were best friends, and then one day I hadn't really seen them that often because they were really busy, and then I set a day to meet them in the morning, right? I got to school early, I was there, I waited, and then I go into the library and I wait for them, and then I see this giant like table, waiting for them, and they're all asking, "Hey, where is Button at? Where's Button at? Where's Button at?" And they're all looking for him, and it's like 15 people. And then I get a text message from them saying that they're in the restroom, somebody.
Oh.
And they're like telling me all the details and stuff, and I'm like, first of all, you got all these people together, they're waiting for you, and and I didn't even know that all these people were waiting for you because we were supposed to hang out together because I haven't seen you in like weeks, and you got into a car accident and all this other stuff, and I've been worried about you. And then on this day you chose, of all days, and the guy that they were doing stuff with was a known like offender. And I was like, who in their right mind would ever? And then at that point, okay, so then we stopped being friends. I just completely ghosted them, and I didn't say the reason why I was mad. I just said, look, I don't want to talk to you anymore. Our friendship is done, and that is it. And then a couple years later, and then I try to kind of reconnect with them because I'm just like, what's past is past. That's it. And then I contact them and I'm like, hey, do you want to meet up? And they're like, yeah, it's been a long time, I miss you, and all this other stuff. And I'm like, okay. And then we set up a day to hang out. And then I go and we're at the mall. Okay, so we go to the mall, and then I'm waiting there for 6 hours. And I'm just like, dude, like, what the heck? And then they finally show up, and they're like, oh yeah, I got high with my friends. It was their birthday. And then I drove them around, and we went to the mall, and, like, where they lived. And then they drove to the mall that I was at. And I was like, are you serious? Like, are you so serious right now? And then I'm like, we finally start hanging out and everything's going great, right? And then we go to my place, and then my mom is just like, oh, hi, Button. And you know, I didn't know, and I didn't, like, you know, necessarily think about it, because when people are transitioning, right, it's different, and I knew and my mom didn't know. So when she said the person's name, they immediately got offended and was just like, why the fuck didn't you tell your mom, like, about me and this and that? I feel so disrespected and this and this and that. And I'm like, look, she didn't know. We haven't seen you in years. You don't know how much we miss you and, you know, are worried about you and all these other things. And I let you into my home, and, you know, you're just straight up yelling at us because, you know, she made a mistake. And of course, we're going to accept you no matter for who you are, you know. Like, I have family members who are different, and I'm different, and just, you know, and we're very accepting of people who are around us. And of course, we're not just going to disrespect somebody like that. And it was an honest mistake. And I told them, get out of my house, and I never want to see you again, because that is so disrespectful that you think that we don't love you. Like, seriously. And you don't know how much my family has missed you. And yeah, so that was a really, like, terrible experience too, but I've never been on, like, a bad date.
That was like on a friendship.
Yeah, that was on a friendship level.
That's heavy.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a lot right there. That was a lot.
And the fact that I waited there for them for about 6 hours, and I mean, I did my own thing. I did my shopping and stuff, and, like, I was texting them the whole time, like, hey, are you still coming? Yeah, I'm still coming. I'm taking care of some stuff. I have some errands to run. And I'm like, okay. And they were actively saying, hey, I'm still coming. Hey, I'm still coming. But in between all that, whenever they got there, they were like, oh yeah, I was out with my friends. It was their birthday. Then we got high. Then we got drunk. And I'm like, okay, so you're doing all this stuff and everything. And then the cherry on top is they got so mad whenever they left my house, that they got pulled over. And then I had to call their mom, and I was like, look, this is what happened when we were trying to make up. I was trying to be, you know, a better person, and just trying to, like, you know, rekindle whatever we lost, because honestly it was on me, because I just completely, like, cut them off and didn't give an explanation why. And then I told their mom, I was just like, look, this is what happened. This is the reason why I left. And honestly, I feel so disrespected because, you know, they just started going AWOL about the whole situation.
Yeah, it must have been bad, because, I mean,
there's a lot of stuff that happened in between all of that, and I honestly don't remember everything. But actually, I think I might have the text messages. Hold on. It happened a long time ago. The receipts.
The receipts is crazy.
Button. Their name on my thing is Button. Let me see. I still have their number. Yeah, I don't have the text message. I think that was on my old phone. But yeah.
I think you were there for 6 hours.
Yeah, I was there for 6 hours. Yeah.
They were telling you, like, oh, I'm still coming, but, like,
yeah,
6 hours is a long time.
They got there 30 minutes before the mall closed.
my god.
Yeah,
That's
I know.
awful.
I know. I was like, I mean, I was doing my own thing. I didn't have anything else going on, so I was just like, okay. And yeah, that was a bad experience too. But Mr. Salmon, sir, don't ever judge me for my ceramics, okay? I love my ceramics and my cups and my mugs, and they're comforting, okay? Like a really old white lady stuck in a very sexy Latina body.
She ain't wrong.
Ah,
Ah ha.
I'm dead. No, I get the cups and mugs thing. And I don't have a lot of plates, but I do collect mugs. So I kind of get that.
yeah. Oh, recently my grandma got me this really, really cozy rug. Oh my gosh. I like just letting my grippers out on the rug and just
Yo, what?
The group is just crazy.
Put those grippers
Nah,
away.
Bella be mentioning feet too many times.
Oh nah,
pause.
she
Pause.
definitely be liking
Pause.
feet. She definitely be
No.
liking feet.
No,
Nah, you
please.
definitely be liking
No.
feet. Oh god, oh god.
No,
She the
please.
feet demon, the feet demon.
The feet. Hide them or she'll take them.
No.
Hide them or she
please.
gonna be she gonna be under your bed tonight again.
No. Absolutely
She's
not,
literally
no.
the demon that you think like if you do not hide your feet under the cover tonight, she will be licking them. Like no doubt.
Bro. Are you serious right now?
Yes, I'm very serious. You freak.
No, I'm not.
Freaky ass.
Coin, get your booty back here. Get your booty back here.
Okay.
Oh.
What?
What?
Ooh, okay.
I don't know what he's talking about, bro. I don't know what he's talking about.
Oh, they're probably playing Fortnite or something. Also,
More
Jade,
likely, yeah.
Jade. Okay. So remember when we were talking about the goon, right? Bro, I don't have goon layer, okay? He does. He has
No, I
goon.
don't. No, you
He
do.
has.
No, you don't. No,
Yes.
you do.
Yes.
You do.
No.
You got it. You
No.
got it.
No.
You have figurines that go naked. I don't. I want to hear it.
I didn't know they did until
Okay.
I got it. Okay, first off.
Sure.
Second.
Yeah. Sure.
Secondly,
Yeah.
I didn't know. Okay. Anyway, so basically, he has like all of the rooms decorated, and it's different layers. He has 3 floors, and the top floor is like this giant like gaming movie room, and it just has anime posters and figures and stuff. And then his room is just like it's like Gooner World. It is Gooner
No,
World.
it's not.
Yes, it is.
No, it's not.
Yes, it
no,
is.
it's not. No, it's not. How? Literally, tell me how right now.
Look, okay, I have Gooner Land, you have Gooner World. That is the comparison.
No.
Yes.
Coin, I need to see your room.
Yeah.
Yeah, I need to see the rooms. I need to compare.
Bro, my room is not even that bad.
Okay,
You lying.
and your restroom too is decorated.
Yeah, and it looks really, really cool.
It does look really, really cool.
But is it Gooner?
No.
Yeah, it is.
It
I
is.
think-
No, it's not.
I think
Oh
my favorite
God.
my favorite one was the Chung Li like Louis Vuitton one.
Not
I-
Chun-Li.
Yeah, I
Love
think
her.
that one
Bruh,
was my favorite one.
Bro, talking about my shit, Gooner World, bro. Not.
It is.
I've seen worse. Okay, I don't. Okay, look, you're thinking mine's so bad, right? At least I don't have like body pillows and like what else? You know, figurines that go naked. You know, I don't have none of that shit.
I have a body pillow.
I want a body pillow.
Disgusting.
Yeah.
All of
I
you
have-
disgusting.
I have
I don't have
Disgusting.
one yet.
I have
I'm not
covers.
getting 5 feet near that body pillow
I have covers. I
because I
don't
know
have
that
a
shit
body
gonna be
pillow.
crusty.
It just sounds comfy, like to have something to like. I
Bro,
like
you
pillows.
gonna have a body pillow of like Gojo or something like that, and then I'm gonna see us.
Ew, nah, that's basic.
Okay, sorry.
is
Tengen,
kinda basic.
Tengen
Who's that? I don't know who that is.
from Demon Slayer.
Oh, I don't. Basic too.
No. Okay. What do you say in your opinion is like your You're like you be fiending for this anime character.
Fiendin?
Fiending.
That's
You
hard.
like you go feral.
I'm trying to think because I know there are some. Uh, I don't know. Midas Fortnite. That's all I could say.
Oh
If you know, you know.
I know.
no, dude. I don't know yet. You're crazy.
What's wrong with Midas?
Everything.
Midas.
He literally is like, I always come back. Like this man always comes back from like with a
Need
different
'em.
skin, bruh.
Oh my gosh.
I have a lot of Midas skins.
I'm sick of
We
it.
we
Sick.
know. We know.
What do you mean we know?
We know.
I'm sick of seeing that guy coming back in Fortnite. I'm sick of it.
He fine.
Oh my
He's
gosh.
fine.
I'm a D1 Midas hater.
No. Better than Jonesy.
Hey, Jonesy, my boy, what you want? What's wrong with Jonesy?
You like
What's
Jonesy but not Midas?
He's
That's
cool. He's cool. Jonesy's funny and cool.
great. No. Uh-uh.
And I think he's voiced by Roger Craig Smith, if I'm not mistaken.
Mm-hmm.
He's cool. He's cool in my book.
But not Midas. Okay.
Honestly, you know who I'm feeding for. I've sent you the picture. The chocolate 8-pack like guy. The wolf ears.
Who's that?
Are you talking about Lycon?
No.
Oh.
No, I sent the picture. What the
Oh
heck is
my
Lycon?
god. Not like from
Who-
ZZZ.
Oh no. No, dude.
The wolf guy.
No. Bro, no. I sent the picture. The context. Where is it at? Where is it at? I see. The guy from the webtoon comment that I was talking about that one time.
Oh yeah.
It was the very hot guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm the one with Gooner World, right? Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Checks out.
Oh, okay, bro. You know. I know Joseph's waifus off the top of my head.
Of course you do.
Name them.
I feel you have everybody's waifus and like husbandos like on tabs in your
No, I do not.
in your
no, I do not. No, I do not. No,
Schmoogle
nah.
Earth on in
nope,
your little
nope,
head.
Nah, wrong. Nope.
I'm not wrong. I'm not.
You are definitely wrong.
No. No, I'm not.
Wrong as hell.
Go ahead. Validate it right now.
I'm
Validate
not
your
validating-
parking, my guy.
No, I am not validating my parking. I'm good.
Go ahead. Pay that $50
Nope.
fine.
No, I'm good.
Go
I'm
ahead.
good.
Say it. Say his waifus. Go ahead.
Nah,
He
I
just
ain't gonna do
doesn't
my
know.
boy Joseph like that.
Oh, you can say it. I don't care.
I don't care.
Nah, Joseph, I'm gonna protect your dignity. I'm good.
I thought he was about to say something else. I
I
was
know, me
like,
too.
whoa.
I heard something else.
Well, wait. What do you mean by that? See, y'all be thinking of words like that,
the way you
bruh. And I,
pronounced it.
what do you mean the way I
Yeah,
pronounce it?
fix your pronunciation, bro.
What do you mean? Okay, bruh. They're literally the epitome of girl gooners. I do not want to hear it, bruh.
Okay, bro. Okay, Q.
Girl gooner.
Mm-hmm. And? Your point?
So, see, you didn't deny it.
What do I have to deny? The fans already know, I'm sure.
What, that you a girl gooner?
I mean... Yeah. I guess. I'll admit it. You know. You know what? Not a lot of people have
I
actually
admit it,
seen my room.
guys. I'm a gooner.
Oh my gosh, guys. Not a lot of people have seen my room. I know, I think only my roommates, well, obviously the people I live with, then Wall has, and then I think Yeah.
Aren't
I
you
think-
forgetting someone?
You?
Yeah, no dip.
Yeah. Once.
Yeah, completely forgot about me, right?
No,
Yeah,
no.
yeah.
I knew you were on the list. Once. You
Forgot
saw it
about
once.
me.
I didn't
Treat me
forget
like
about you.
trash.
I didn't forget about you, no. And then I know Jade knows about the library because I think I've told you about my library before and like the figures and stuff, but I don't think I've ever showed you pictures.
Yeah, I haven't seen it.
Mm-hmm. You need to come over.
For real. When?
I don't know. Whenever.
Whenever y'all gonna have that date.
Oh yeah, whenever
Yeah,
I'm gonna take you
whenever.
to which one? Which one? Fogo de Chao, Avenida Brazil. You know,
Whichever one you think's better.
I'll do a little bit
I
of
mean-
research because I haven't been there in a while.
Okay.
Okay. Okay.
Okay.
Honestly, I love the
bad,
espresso
sorry.
martinis from Avenida Brazil. They're so good. And the salad bar at Avenida Brazil is really good too. There's a lot of variety of like different things you can put on the salad. I love mozzarella with tomato. I don't know, it's really settling in the palate.
Mhm.
And then the fresh
Sounds
salmon they
tasty.
serve too is really good.
I trust your opinion.
Mhm.
Wow,
I'm
what a-
definitely
what
a
a-
foodie, so you can trust anything I say. I've been all over the city. I've been to so many different places to eat, and I literally just want somebody who I can enjoy it with. That's so
You know,
hard to ask for.
I've been wanting
drove
to go
somebody to
try out
Google.
new places, but I just never. There's like never anyone available to, or like I don't even know where to
Exactly.
start. Yeah.
You gotta start off somewhere small. You gotta go to like the cute like sweet shops and stuff, and then like develop into like the fancy places. Whenever you gotta, it has to be special moments to go to those fancy places. You know.
I am a foodie too. Like I like trying out new things. So
Badass.
I like restaurants. and stuff.
Damn straight. You know it.
If you know, you know.
If you know, you know.
If you know, you know.
I'm not very picky. One thing I'm not a big fan of though, like, is probably seafood. I just
Wow. Okay, no, I'm not gonna say nothing.
To
That
some
is your
people,
palate, you know.
seafood is a hit or miss. I mean, I honestly like seafood, but there are some options where I'm like, that's okay. You just have to have the good seafood, you know.
Yeah.
You gotta get that one person's mama who knows how to smack down some seafood.
It's just never been like, I don't know. Not for me ever. I mean, I like crawfish. That's it.
The tiny little shrivel that's in the
Ew,
crawfish.
that's what I don't like. I know what you're talking about. I hate that. That's
I know.
yeah. It's
And
stuff
people,
like
some
that
people
where I'm
eat
like,
it too, and I'm like,
yeah. They're like, so? I'm like, that's crazy. Mm-mm.
not in my
Yeah,
cornucopia.
Crawfish is good with some potatoes, corn. Yummy.
Mm.
That's yummy.
I love crab. Crab is my shit.
Crap.
I never had
crap.
crab.
Fried
I never had like
crab.
just crab. Like I've had it in sushi, but I never had like crab.
Well,
makes
sushi is usually imitation crab, so it's not going to be as like,
good. Or
yeah.
like real.
I mean, so there's like the artificial taste, which is actually a little bit more flavorful, and it's kind of like what you would anticipate crab to taste like, but real crab has more of like a finer, like fresh and like what's the word? Kind of melt in your mouth kind of flavor.
Okay.
Yeah.
I never had lobster either. I want to try both. Lobster. and
Lobster
crab.
has a unique flavor that is more of like you might. So it depends on how it's cooked, first off, and it can have a very ocean kind of taste.
Ocean
Like
taste,
you know you're eating seafood kind of taste. And then I've had some lobster that tastes like kind of like crab almost, but more of like a finer flavor that's like more or less kind of like a cleaner taste to it than it just feels like I'm like putting the sea in my mouth. I've had dishes where it's had like alligator, crab, shrimp, fish, everything in it, and I feel like I have a spoonful of salt water in my mouth. Like literally, I feel like I am one embodied with the sea. And I've had
you
a
like
dish like
it?
that. No.
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 Like,
No. No. Like
No.
that kind of dish? No. But I mean, I'll eat crab, I'll eat lobster, even if it has like that strong like seafood smell or taste to it. But preferably, I'm kind of picky with my lobster.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I've only had crawfish and I've had some fish before. I don't like fish just 'cause I mean, I could eat fish, um, but I don't. I think a big reason why I don't like it is because texture-wise, I don't like how the meat is like
How
kind of
it's like
soft.
flaky?
Yeah, I don't like that.
Mm.
I'm a very big texture person, so like it could taste good, but if the texture is bad, I can't. That's like the one thing I'm picky about,
Which is
texture.
valid. It's valid.
Mhm.
There are some textures where I'm kind of just like, even if the flavor's there, the texture might throw me off.
Mhm. Exactly. Like I don't like, but other than that, I'm very open-minded. Like I like trying new things. Um, like just like I think, trying to think. I've never had like, actually, I haven't had a lot of different types of food. I never had Indian food.
Indian
Never
food,
had.
because I've been
Like
to
some
some of them
very.
where I'm kind of scared. And then,
You're
I
like,
mean, I feel like maybe that's a place for like all places, because there's always going to be like that one Mexican restaurant that's kind of a little like, sketch, and then you have like the nice ones, and then there's going
mhm.
to be like that southern or like cafe that's going to be like cigarette stains on the wall and everything. I mean, the pancakes are good, right?
Mhm.
And then you're going to have like that really fancy like southern kitchen that's going to hit, right? Or you're going to have like the like that one, I don't know, Asian food of like, either like Japanese, Chinese, Thai, or whatever, that's gonna be like super sketch. The fried rice tastes amazing, but like you don't know how they handle their food.
Oh yeah, no, I don't, I definitely get what you mean, but like you said, I think that's like a big like just any place. I
It
mean, I
is
don't know
for
how it
any
is
place.
for, yeah, I don't know how it is for like, I never been to like Indian places, so I don't know, but
Yeah,
maybe
I
it's
mean I
more
haven't been to a
for,
lot of them either.
hmm
I did go to one, and honestly their food was really like it made my stomach really hurt.
Is it spicy?
No, I mean, the flavor was there. It was really good. I'm not gonna lie. Like, the options were good, but I mean, my stomach hurt really bad after, and I just
Hurt.
was like,
You're like, what do they put in this?
yeah. And then one of my friends said that they had worked there once, and then the way they handled the food there was actually really really bad, and I was like, that explains a lot. So that's why I was just like, it can be a hit or miss. You have to be careful. I mean, but that's with any restaurant.
What else haven't I had? I'm trying to think now. I think that I had Mediterranean food. It's pretty good. I like it. What else?
Mediterranean food is so good. I know the owners of this one place called Olive Tree. Oh my gosh, their
Oh,
food
I've
is
heard it's pretty
amazing.
good.
Yeah, and they're so super nice too. Uh, yeah, they're really really nice there.
Yeah, I've been I've been meaning to go there, so I'm gonna have to check it out. Olive
hmm
tree.
I love their steak and onion sandwich with extra garlic sauce, and then instead of like the fries, I'll get some rice, and then I put it on the sandwich. Their hummus and
Sounds.
pita is good. It's a little oily for my taste,
Mhm.
but I mean, I like it. Then I also love their cucumber yogurt. I forgot what it's called, but I really like it. It's good. It's refreshing, and it definitely settles the palate. It kind of sounds weird, like, yogurt, cucumber yogurt, but it's actually really, really good.
That's good. That sounds yummy actually. I love cucumber and yogurt, so
And
sounds.
it's not gonna like taste the way you think it's gonna taste. It's more of like a fresh Greek yogurt with like pickled like cucumbers and stuff. Or I mean, obviously like pickles, but it's not like pickled pickles. It's more of like a cucumber with some zest in it.
Fresh.
Exactly.
Oh, I love Greek yogurt and cucumber, so
Hmm.
that does sound really good. But
And then I like eating it with their pita. It's so good.
not me getting hungry.
I feel like through
Yeah.
this whole conversation, we've been really hungry on like food and stuff.
For real.
Oh
And
my
it's like
gosh.
3 a.m. or 4. Like, there's no
Yeah.
place to.
Honestly, I'm starving. Oh my
For
gosh,
real.
like that one morning cue whenever I came up to your room and I was just like, I need water. Water.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
knocked on the door and I was just like, I need water. I'm dehydrated. Water, please, water.
For real. I love Vietnamese food. I love pho. That's one of my favorite things. Vietnamese is good. I never really had Korean food. Mm, let's see. I love pasta. Like, I love anything like pasta-ish.
I like Italian. I know this really nice
Yeah.
Italian place called Italianos. They have the best um fried calamari that I've tasted. And then um I used to go there at least like once a week and it's so good. I love their cheese ravioli with Alfredo sauce and with lobster and chicken. And it's so good.
So
And
good.
out of all the fried calamari places, or out of all the places that I've been to serve calamari, I've honestly experienced the best at Italian places. And there was this one place called Prego, that was in the city that was my favorite, but unfortunately it's closed down. So
Toast. No.
yeah, they closed down, and someone was supposed to take me there for my birthday as a surprise, but they had already closed, I think, like a week or two prior, and I was like, damn.
Oh, that sucks.
I
Why does
know.
that sound familiar, that name? Let me look
Probably
it up.
because it's like a pasta sauce.
Oh, that's true. But like the actual restaurant, I feel like heard of it.
Mm,
Maybe. I don't know. But yeah, that does sound good.
it's next
Are you even
to
in this game?
it's next to a Van Leeuwen. Have you ever been to a Van Leeuwen before?
No.
It's so good. I love their ice cream. Their honeycomb ice cream is really good, and so is their Earl Grey. I have
Yes, Joseph, I am.
You just keep dying like first?
Yeah, I keep getting targeted.
That sound really good.
I got invited to be one of their taste testers for one of their newer ice creams whenever I think it was right before the Arizona green tea collab with Van Leeuwen had was about to come out. They were testing some kind of like soda flavor, I think. And then I got invited to New York to go be one of their taste testers. And then I couldn't take it because I worked that week. I had gotten the invitation like a week beforehand, and I was like, damn.
Oh, that sucks.
I know I love Van Leeuwen so much.
Van Loon. Let me look it up.
Van Leeuwen? I call it Van Leeuwen.
How do you spell it?
It's VanLeeuwen. Van Leeuwen.
That does sound right. Van Loon. Ice cream. It sounds yummy.
I have a couple of their books and stuff on how they make ice cream. I love ice cream so much. I
Real.
think one of my secret addictions is ice cream. That is something that I'm avidly like
secret.
addicted to. And then same thing with collecting things like Pokemon cards and stuff. But I think ice cream is like the number one thing.
You know ice cream. You're an ice cream fanatic.
I am. Like my freezer's usually like packed with different types of ice cream, from like Haagen-Dazs to like Bluebell, popsicles, different flavors from different brands. Van Leeuwen is definitely one of them. and then I'll have like 3 different like popsicles, from like the regular, like, the plastic ones with the like colorful and stuff, to like different flavor, like just pops of like strawberry or like orange or creamsicle or something, and then a regular chocolate, like a moo bar from Bluebell. Those are good. And like ice cream sandwiches and stuff. Okay, yes, I'm a fat ass. Yes, I know it, guys. Okay.
Okay, I am too.
All right. I know. Yeah, I know.
That does sound good though. Now I want ice cream. Why would you say
I'm
this?
so hungry. Okay,
Real.
we got so sidetracked. We got so sidetracked from this point. Okay, so what was the worst date? Out of all 4 of the dates that we heard so far, what was the worst one?
Who are you asking? All of
Everybody.
us?
Everybody.
To me, I think it has to be the last one. The one
Yeah,
about
I'm voting. I'm voting the last one too.
Yeah, the last one.
like inviting someone out and then not paying. And then not even know how to drive the car.
Yeah, and
You
then
take
lighting
turns.
a blunt, like,
Oh yeah,
because
I
you're
forgot about
stressed
that
out.
one.
Honestly, I feel like what if she's allergic, or what if she doesn't smoke, She could have had like an asthma attack or something, right? You
It's
just
like,
randomly, like, that's so uncomfortable too, especially if you don't know the person like that. Like,
mm-hmm. No, yeah.
The fuck?
that's what I'm saying.
He's so real for that. No, yeah, that last one was. I don't know. That one actually got me like irritated.
Yeah, that one took. Yeah, that that one got her heated, bro. Wow.
Hmm.
I don't know. Maybe it's personal. I took it personally.
Have you
That's never
ever,
happened.
have you, oh,
I think it was mainly the communication. Like I think that's what it was. Cause the other ones they were like talking and stuff. So it's like, but that one like he didn't tell her. So it's like, so you just expect her to pay and like brokey. Like
I mean, the zoo date was pretty, like,
that one is crazy.
it
Like
is
I don't know.
crazy.
That one was just crazy to me. Like it doesn't even sound real. Like I feel like I'd see that in a movie.
Right.
Right. Hmm.
And then the one where they're at the movies, like, that one was just kind of like, dude, where's your
Like, bro.
manners? Where's your
Yeah,
manners? Grow up, bro.
Yeah, he just sounds like a
Weirdo.
weird. Like yeah, he just gave me the ick. The first one,
Yeah.
and the third one was the pretentious guy.
Yeah, the one who's definitely not the guy for the fine arts, for sure.
Mm-mm. Or like he needs someone who doesn't know fine arts, so he could like tell them everything and yap. Apparently, so.
Mm-mm. Like, if you find a partner who is willing to give their time to the other party, you kind of have to reciprocate. Like, this is kind of serious, Like, if you go on an art date, you want to listen to, what each other has to say, and not just say, oh yeah, I know what I'm talking about. And then the other person's like, oh yeah, I kind of know what I'm talking about too, because, dating sucks.
Dating is quite a hassle considering this community. Like trying to date and like trying to save money is not gonna happen.
Yeah. Honestly, the economy is like killing me right now. But for sure, I feel like everybody has their somebody, and just trying to find that somebody, it's really difficult.
You just gotta be yourself.
Mm-hmm.
Be yourself, and you'll eventually find. I mean, not everybody wants to be with somebody. I personally don't think that's really the goal in life. But like, I know a lot of people are like, if they're not with somebody, they kind of like, they don't know what to do with
Tweak.
themselves. Like they tweak. I'm like, dude, just chill, be yourself. Like, do what you want to do. Like your whole life doesn't revolve around
Mm-hmm.
being with somebody. So like I don't know, like I feel like as long as you pursue what you love and like you do what you love and you're authentic, you'll find somebody eventually who's
Yeah.
just like that.
Preach. Preach, my girl. Preach.
Preach, preach.
Preach to our choir.
Require. But yeah.
I completely agree. You gotta be yourself, and the worst thing she can say is no.
Oh my god, I love those videos. Worst thing she can say is no, and then she calls you like a disgusting monster, pervert, something.
Oh my gosh.
I
I,
love
I,
those.
I like those videos too. The worst she could say is no. Dude in the club to like come up to a girl, she throwing it back with her friends, having a good old time. Guy pats her on the shoulder. I guess it was ugly, and she turned around and immediately screamed like loud as fuck in the club. Like
Mm-mm.
that's when I would want to, jump off a bridge. But in Minecraft though, in Minecraft, guys,
Oh,
in
in
Minecraft.
Minecraft. In
I'd crash
Minecraft.
out. I'd
Whenever.
become an incel.
Oh my gosh. Whenever we were at the club, I had like this guy. I think he was speaking like, I think it wasn't Russian. It was a different language. I don't, I don't remember. But he was asking me something in a different language, and then I was like, no. And then he just kept getting closer. I was like, and then I just walked away. It was so weird.
What the heck?
Yeah.
Like a European guy?
Yeah, I think so. I think he was like European or something. And then he was like with a group of friends, and they were just like pointing at me. I think they were telling him to go ask me out or ask for my number, and I was just like, no thanks. I'm good.
That is weird, especially if it's like a group of guys.
Mm-hmm.
They just
Yeah.
point at you. It's like, what are you pointing at me for?
Oh
Look
my
away.
gosh. You honestly, so okay. So whenever we got to the club, the way we pulled up like badasses though, we were all dressed and it was so fire. We had tons of people saying like they were just like, ooh, look at them and stuff like that, and we had a lot of people making comments while we were walking to the front door. And then I had one of my ops looking down at me at the balcony of the club, and then I looked up and I lowered my sunglasses like a badass, and then they looked down at me, and I swear their eyes almost popped out of their head. They were like, holy, like she's here. And yeah, I laughed so hard when I saw that. I was just like, oh my gosh.
Not you having ops at the club.
Of course I'm gonna have
What you
ops,
doing
dude.
out here?
When can I not have ops? Honestly, dude. So I started modeling and stuff. Tell me why I go to the gas station and to put gas, and then somebody just like, are you that person that just posted? And I'm like, oh no, it's only been a couple days. It's only been a couple days, guys. Like, I didn't think I would get noticed that fast.
Wow, that's nice.
I didn't think I would get noticed that fast. I prefer the incognito life. That's why I didn't post my face to beginning, because I had ops.
You had ops.
I had
Why do you have ops, Bella? You're like the sweetest person ever.
I don't know. I didn't do anything to make the ops. The main op was the issue. Because I went, like, I had my friend. Little did I know that they were like actively, I had my own hate group Discord apparently, and I didn't know about
What?
it.
A Discord is crazy.
Just because I didn't want to date them.
Oh,
I know.
so they just had Discord, like, just...
Yeah, saying all this bad stuff about me, and I didn't know about it. I thought we were cool. I didn't want to date them. I was just, and
bad
then
behavior.
and then they were just talking, like, they were pretty much lying about, who I was and everything, and I was just like a money hungry, like, bitch or whatever who just wanted like, you know, he just wanted things handed to me and stuff, and I was just like, actually, and then that's how my ops started in the cosplay world, and I was like, dude, that's why I had my face hidden.
The heck?
I know,
Yeah,
and
that's
like a tons of like the famous like cosplayers knew who I was, and I was just like, dude. And then as soon as they like got super duper drunk and started fighting people, that's when they knew that got kicked out of like all of the main groups and parties and everything, and like banned because they were always trying to fight people I was hanging out with and stuff, and I was just like, dude, like, can I not?
Oh, all of this was like in the cosplay world.
Yes, dude, and
Like
it's not
that's
even
where
that
your op came
serious.
from.
I'm just trying to live my best life and, you know, go out and hang out with my friends and stuff. And then, you know, I had this one op who was just like actively trying to get into mess. But now it's over, so I mean, they're still there, but now they're like banned from all the groups and stuff because they saw how crazy they were and how everything was a lie, so. Like I had to make friends who had experienced the same thing as me, and they were like, "Oh yeah, girl, like I know what you're going through, and that's not okay." So like so there was these two girls who roomed with the guy, and he got so drunk that they had to like barricade themselves in like I think the room was like two-parted or whatever, and like he just kept trying to like bang on the door. I don't know, it was weird. I don't remember what the story was, but it was something like that where they were like really scared and they had to like, you know, like hide themselves. I was like, damn, bro, like yikes.
That
Yikes,
is
my
yikes.
dude, yikes. But yeah, that was just because he was getting drunk at like all these other parties and trying to fight people and stuff.
So
What?
I'ma go.
Okay.
I'm tired. I'll see y'all later.
Thank you so much for sticking with the recording. Thank you so much, guys. I know it's super late, and it means so much to me that y'all were here.
Yeah, no problem.
Next
Alright.
next week's is why did you become a content creator? So be prepared
I
for that.
bet.
Thank you everyone for joining thus far. I hope you enjoyed our session for this afternoon. I know we did get a little distracted about food. You can tell who's hungry, I guess. Next week's topic will be why did you become a content creator? And I'll be getting some new commenters on their opinion on content creating and more. And we will see you next week. Happy dating!